Hello and welcome to Rathod's IS. Today in this class, we are going to discuss current affairs of 10th November 2023. So we are going to take Delhi edition of The Hindu and we are going to pick out the articles which are important from our examination point of view. And after that, we are going to see in how many dimensions we can think about that topic and in how many subjects point of view we can refer that topic. Because nowadays the main questions in your UPSC, they are not single dimension, they are connecting the different subjects. So in that context, you need to write answer in a multi-dimensional manner. So thinking about the topic in only one dimension is not at all useful, and reading each and every point which is given in this article is not at all useful for your examination, and that is not the way for preparing for your current affairs. So here in this class, the vision of this class, it is to improve your thought process and also to get as many dimensions as possible, and I will be letting you know how many perspectives that you can think about that so and so topic. Clear? So this is the front page of The Hindu of Delhi edition. So first important article, it is about ethics panel. It is about ethics panel. So if you have opened your Lakshmikant book, so M. Lakshmikant for polity. So you will be having one dedicated chapter for parliamentary committees. So in that parliamentary committee, so we have one committee, that is ethics committee. So in this way we can relate this topic. So here you have to see what is the issue. So why this issue went to this ethics committee of Lok Sabha. And now we have to see what are the recommendations of this committee. And apart from that, you have to see some facts regarding this ethics committee. And if there is any issue which went to this ethics committee, so how it will be going on. So all these things that are very much important. So don't go into details like which political party, everything that will be not at all useful. So just understand what is the context and what is the allegation here. So what is the allegation on this Congress MP, this Mahua Malhotra? Okay, Mahua Malhotra. So on this person, so what is the allegation and why this issue which went to this ethics committee, and now what are the recommendations gave that committee and some facts regarding that committee, and you have to see so what is the process. So all these things are very important, and this topic is important from our polity point of view, which comes in the GS paper 2, and this topic is at most important from your prelims. And next topic is Bihar House passes bill raising ceiling on caste quota to 65%. So if you know the background, so on October 2nd, so in the last month on October 2nd, so here Bihar government released data of caste census. So Bihar government released the data of caste census. It said that yes, there is a need of increasing of reservation, right? Yes, now because of this, finally in Bihar House, the bill for increasing of reservation for this backward classes, extremely backward and OBC, SC and ST people, that had been raised to 65%. So earlier how much was the reservation quota? That is 50%, and now it raised to 65%. So one more important issue here is, so in Indra Sahani case, so Indra Sahani versus Union of India case, our Honorable Supreme Court said that reservation should not be more than 50%. So it is a limit, but now it crossed the limit and it reached to 65%. And even we know about the reservation for economically backward class, EBC reservation is 10%. So if you're adding this 10% for the 65%, it is about 75% of reservation. Okay, so this is the issue here. So here you have to know about reservation. So why we need to provide reservation? Okay, everything that you have to know from this article. And this topic is also important from your polity, which comes under your GS paper 2. Clear? So these are the two important articles from our front page. So let us move on. So are you getting the points or not? If you are getting the points, type 1 in the comment box. If you are not understanding the things, type 2 in the comment box so that I will come up with some solution for your problem. Okay, so most of the articles are political articles due to elections. So in the states page also I found nothing much important. And here you can see one article which is relevant from our examination. So here article says 80 fishermen released by Pakistan to be brought to Gujarat today. So if we talk about fishermen issue, it is international issue. So when can we call an issue as an international? Like whenever 2 or more countries are involved, then that issue will call as international issue. So this fisherman issue, it is between India and Pakistan, and also India and Sri Lanka. So if you say map of India, so I will be drawing a rough map. So I am not a big artist. So here we have Pakistan. So especially people from Gujarat, they will be entering into international waters and they will be caught by this Pakistan Navy and they will be put up in jail. So you know that, have you watched any movie of prisoners who are present in Pakistan? So the situation will be very horrible. Yes, the situation is very, very horrible. And if at all, if any Indian army members were catched by this Pakistan, means the treatment will be extremely hard. So I think recently there was one movie released, like I think Sita Rama movie, which depicts about India-Pakistan issues. Yes or no? Yes, right? So if you are watching such movies, then you will be getting like the reality what is happening, and we can connect with the issues the more. So the same way I will be learning a lot of things by watching movies itself. Okay, recently I watched a movie of Jawan. So that movie is also very good. It talks about what happens if suddenly the guns will not working in the war. So here if you see about this issue of India and Pakistan, so one important issue is here is fishermen issue. So here this fishermen, they will be crossing this international waters to get fishes and they will be caught by this Pakistan and they will be kept in the jails. So now this article says that 80 fishermen, they are going to released by Pakistan. So here you have to understand what are the provisions. And you have to see what is the law which talks about releasing of the prisoners from both the sides. Okay, so that thing that you have to remember. And if you see Sri Lanka, here we have Sri Lanka. So with this Sri Lanka also we are having the same issue of fishermen issue, right? So it had been unresolved till now. So now let us move on. So leave this spotlight, leave this Metro Plus. And in this editorial page, there is one article, it is regarding semiconductors. So recently we studied that. So what are the funds which are given for this semiconductor industry under this PLI, Production Linked Incentive Scheme. So about 80% of funds they had been unused. So in this context, we have to see this article. It is very important from your economy point of view. So please let me know in the comment box like where we can use the semiconductors That means applications of semiconductors. Please let me know in the comment box. Don't forget about this. So this topic is important from science and technology and even from your environment and ecology point of view. And next, if you move on here, there is one more article which is very important. It is talking about women in red. So it is talking about a menstrual hygiene policy. So recently draft of this menstrual hygiene policy had been released. So you have to see some data regarding menstrual health in India. You have to see some data regarding menstrual health in India. And you have to see why we need a menstrual hygiene policy. Okay, and you have to see what are the objectives of this policy. So all these things are very important and you can expect a mains based question regarding this topic. Clear? So especially in our country, so most of the women who are in reproductive age, they are not focusing on this menstrual hygiene. They will be using like cloths and dried leaves. Okay, they will be using some unsanitary napkins. Okay, so because of this it will cause infection in women. That is also the one most leading cause for cervical cancer in women. Clear? And next topic is, should Indian work longer hours or not? So recently Infosys co-founders said that we have to work for 70 hours in a week in order to compete with countries like China. So in the same way, countries like Germany and Japan, they worked for more than 70 hours per a week after World War II, and that helped them to be a developed nation now. So here this thing which mainly said, so here already we discussed about what are the advantages and what are the disadvantages of this 70 hours of a work per a week. So practically it is not at all possible. And if you move on in this text and context, you can see there is article regarding Agartala Akaura rail link. So this article is talking about recently our Prime Minister and here Bangladesh Prime Minister also they virtually inaugurated this railway link. So here this article is important from your international relations which comes in the GS paper too, and we have to see this topic for sure. And next topic, it is about why has the government issued a directive on deep fakes. So this deep fakes article is also very important, and this is from our GS paper 3 under science and technology. So you have to know this. So you may get like a prelims based or mains based question from this topic for sure. And in this news page there is one article, it is about winter session. So winter session of Parliament to start on December 4th. So here parliamentary sessions is very important. So how many sessions we have? Yes, you are right, we have 3 sessions. First one is monsoon session, budget session, and third one is winter session, normally BMW. Budget session, monsoon session, winter session, and now we are going to have this winter session. So please let me know which session is short of all these 3. Of all these 3, which session is short? Please let me know in the comment box. And I want to show one thing. So I am a great fan of Sridevi. So actually in morning whenever I am preparing for this analysis, I stuck down at this image. So this image is very decent, and I stuck down on this image for 5 minutes. So please let me know your comment about this Bollywood movies. And next, if you move on, there is one more important article that is about 2+2 dialogue. Okay, so 2+2 dialogue, it is between India and US. So 2+2 means what? 2 ministers. Okay, so which are those ministers? So first one will be defense minister from USA, and defense minister from India. And the second will be external affairs ministers from USA and India. Okay, so this is very important. 2+2 ministerial dialogue includes which ministries? So we have Defense Ministry and we have External Affairs. Clear? So this is very important. And in this 2+2 ministerial dialogue, so we are going to have two major deals. So one important deal here is 31 MQ9B high altitude long endurance drone. So we are going to have drones, and we are also going to talk about F414 jet engines in India. Okay, so it is very much helpful to power indigenous light combat aircraft, that is LCA-MK2. So this 2+2 dialogue will enable a high level review of progress being made in cross-cutting aspects of defense and security cooperation. So we are especially focusing on defense and security cooperation, technology, people to people ties. So all these things are important in this meet. So whenever you are writing answer regarding any meet, so you have to write some common points. Like it will be focusing on security, defense, technology, people to people ties and people to people contacts or culture promotion. So these are the common points that you can write in any answer of your international relations regarding meets. Clear? And if you move on, in this page you can see this article. It is about CBI. CBI, an independent agency, not a limb of union government. So open your Lakshmikant book and read this topic of CBI. So let me know whether this CBI is a constitutional body or a statutory body. So please let me know, and this topic is at most important from your polity, which comes under GS paper 2. And in this world page also there is nothing much important. And in business page you can see one article, that is carbon emissions yet to fully decouple from GDP growth. Yes, we are facing this climate change. So because of this climate change, we are having this adverse effect. So because of this adverse effect, it will be having negative impact on GDP. So whenever we want to focusing on growth, we have to improve our GDP, right? So decreasing of GDP means we are not focusing on the growth of the country. So because of this, to address this climate change, we have to go for decreasing of this adverse effect. That can be done by decreasing of this carbon emissions. Okay, so everything is linked here, like economy, environment. Okay, so that is the thing that you have to focus on. So these are some important articles that appear in today's Hindu. And now let us see the notes part. So this is the notes part, and the articles which are important from examination point of view we are going to discuss. So first topic, it is about Lok Sabha's Ethics Committee. So finally this Lok Sabha Ethics Committee came up with recommendations, and this recommendation said that we have to disqualify this Congress MP for cash for query allegation. So cash for query is nothing but, so there is allegation. The issue here is that person asked question, in return she asked for money. That is called as cash for query allegation. So if we are talking about some facts regarding this Lok Sabha Ethics Committee, the members of this committee are appointed by the Speaker. So it is very important. So you may get confused like whether it is by Speaker or President or ruling party people or opposition party. So it is by the Speaker, and the tenure here is 1 year. So only for 1 year they can work under this Ethics Committee. And this committee, which contains 15 members. Okay, it is a 15-member committee which is functioning to examine every complaint relating to unethical conduct of member of Lok Sabha, and that issue will be referred it by Speaker, and on that here this committee will make some recommendations. Okay, so how many members? 15 members. So they will be examining the unethical conduct of members of Lok Sabha, and that matters will be referred by again Speaker. So what is the procedure? So if any person can complain against any member through another Lok Sabha MP, so whenever any person who is who is giving the complaint, that person need to have an evidence of alleged misconduct and an affidavit stating that the complaint is not false, frivolous or vexatious. So here first one you have to get evidence, and after getting evidence, and you have to give even affidavit that so I'm not filing a fake information. And this one is, if the member himself complains, the affidavit is not needed. And the speaker can refer the committee any complaint against an MP, here. And the committee does not entertain the complaints based only on the media reports or the matters of sub judice. But if you are having a good evidence, then you can file a complaint in ethics committee, and this committee represents its report to speaker. So where this report is submitted, it is submitted to again speaker of the house. And even if there is any need of discussion, so we can also have half an hour discussion on the recommendations of the report. So this is about this topic in detail. And next topic, it is about reservation quota in Bihar. So recently, yes, Bihar Assembly unanimously passed a bill to increase reservation for backward classes, extremely backward classes, scheduled caste, scheduled tribes from existing 50 to 65%. Yes, the bill had been passed in Bihar Assembly to increase the quota from 50 to 65% based on this recent caste census. And actually there is also a provision of 10% of reservation for economically backward classes, and if you add this 10%, now the reservation is 75% in that state. So what is the ceiling which is set by Supreme Court? Supreme Court said that this reservation should not be more than 50% in Indra Sahani case. So according to the law here, legislation, the name here is Bihar Reservation Amendment Bill, quota for extremely backward classes, which has been raised from 18 to 25% for backward class and 12 to 18% for scheduled caste, right? And 16 to 20% which is increased, okay, for scheduled tribes. So finally here what happened? So there is increasing of reservation quota according to this Bihar Reservation Amendment Bill 2023. So the existing 3% of reservation for this BC women had been scrapped now. Okay, so now let us try to understand why we need to provide reservation. So why you need reservation? Please let me know why you need reservation. So why you need reservation? So first one here is the decision to raise the reservation quota in Bihar to 65% because yes, the data which released by this caste census, it said that yes, there is a need of social upliftment and inclusivity. Yes, there is a need of social upliftment and inclusivity. So because of this, yes, we need reservation. And historically marginalized communities including ST, SC and OBC groups, they face systematic discrimination and limited access to resources, education and opportunities. Yes, these classes like scheduled tribes and scheduled caste, so they are mostly backward. And historically from even before of this Britishers times also, they are facing untouchability. Okay, so because of this, they did not have proper access to health, education, and did not participate in the political system and decision making, etc. So because of this, now we need to give some affirmative action. So government need to take some affirmative action to increase access to resources, education and as well as opportunities. And whenever we are increasing reservation, the important aim of government, it is to bridge the gap and to provide a more equitable platform for these communities. For these communities, we have to give more representation. And even we can ensure equal representation. Right? So Bihar Assembly is talking about, it is taking a crucial step towards ensuring fair representation of underprivileged communities, especially in case of education institutions, in case of government jobs, right? And we have to promote educational opportunities. So education acts as a catalyst for social transformation and upward mobility as well. So by increasing reservation, the Bihar government seeks to provide better access to quality education for scheduled caste, scheduled tribe and OBC communities. And next one here is we can also empower these marginalized communities. So when we are increasing the reservation, it is an important tool for empowerment of these marginalized societies. So for this, yes, government need to take some affirmative action, and we can provide adequate representation of these people in the decision making process as well, right? So they are socially backward and they deserve equal opportunities to excel and to contribute to the progress of society. So for this, all these things, yes, there is a need of reservation. And next one is we can also address caste-based discrimination. So even today also the caste-based discrimination is happening. So I had my inter-caste marriage. So even I faced this caste-based discrimination. Okay. So because of this, yes, when we are having the enhanced reservation quota, then that will be helpful for to decrease or to combat at least some percentage of discrimination. Okay, so that we can promote egalitarian society, that is equal society. And next one is we can also enhance social justice. So the decision to increase reservation, which serves as an instrument of social justice. It will also reaffirm the commitment of Bihar governance to create a society where every individual have the equal access to education, employment and opportunities for growth. And next topic, it is about women in red. So here we are focusing on menstrual hygiene policy. So what is the need? So if you see the data, then you can understand that yes, we need this kind of policy. So according to United Nations global, that means across the world, 1.2 billion women, they lack access to basic sanitation. They do not have the access to basic sanitation and hygiene. And about 71% of girls in India, they are unaware about menstruation before their first period. And out of 10.8 lakh government schools, 15,000 they have no toilets, and 42,000 schools they do not have even the basic drinking water facility. So if there is no toilets, then how girls can ensure the sanitation? So it is one important reason for the dropouts of girls. And even according to National Family Health Survey 5, it said that 49.3% of girls they use cotton, and about 15.2% of girls they will be using the locally produced napkins. And especially Bihar, the girls are using less percentage of sanitation. And next one here is Madhya Pradesh, is the second state, and third one is Meghalaya. And what is the vision of this policy? So the vision here is all women and girls and persons who menstruate, they are able to experience menstruation in a manner that is safe, healthy and free from stigma. So every month here, at least 5 to 7 days, here girls or women in the reproductive age, they will go for menstruation. So in that menstruation times, a lot of hormones imbalance which happens, and even a lot of blood loss will be also happening. And especially women who are facing some reproductive problems like endometriosis, etc., PCOS, so they will be having extreme pain. So for all those things, yes, we need a safe, healthy and free from stigma in the society as well. So regarding this menstruation in society, there is a lot of stigma, like you should not touch those, you should not come out, so you should not do these things, you should not do that thing, everything. That stigma need to be removed in the society. And what is the goal of this mission? It is like each girl, woman and person who menstruates across India, they can access safe and dignified menstrual hygiene resources, so that we can also improve the standard of living, okay, of the women. And if you're talking about the objectives of this mission, the first and the foremost thing is to ensure women, girls and persons who menstruate, they have access to safe, hygienic and quality menstrual products and sanitation facilities. And to create and enable environment for people including women, girls and men and boys, so that they have access to the correct information on menstruation. And we have to address even the myth, stigma and gender issues around this menstruation. And even we can also provide coordination mechanisms between the government ministries, states, UTs, stakeholders and as well as different sectors which are involved. And next one here is we can also create a menstrual environment friendly, okay, or environment in the schools and as well as education institutions, workplaces and public spaces. And we can also come up with some innovative practices with social entrepreneurs and as well as private sectors. And we can also strengthen environmentally sustainable menstrual waste disposal as well. So these are some important objectives of this menstrual hygiene policy. So what are the other measures taken by the government? The first one here is government came up with this menstrual hygiene scheme that has been launched in way back 2011 itself. So under this scheme here, government started providing sanitary pads for the girls who are between the age of 10 to 19. And government also came up with this Suvidha scheme, so which has launched in the year 2019 to distribute eco-friendly and biodegradable pads. And next one is Rashtriya Kishore Swasthata Karyakram. So under this it promoted sexual and reproductive wellness for adolescents. And this one is Manyi Inators. So Union government in 2013 issued some guidelines for setting up of mini incinerators in schools, especially to burn this sanitary waste. So these are the steps which are taken by the government. And now let us see next topic. It is about semiconductors. So what is the issue here is about 80% of the funds which had been allocated to the semiconductors under this PLI. So PLI is nothing but what? Production linked incentive scheme. So under this scheme, so what are the funds which are given? So 80% of funds had not been used. Okay, so this is the issue. So recently a top official from the industry ministry claimed that $8 billion out of $10 billion allocated for this production linked incentive schemes of semiconductor, which was unused. So if you're talking about this PLI scheme for semiconductors, so the modified program for semiconductors and display fab ecosystem was announced in December 2021, and the total outlay of this scheme here is rupees 76,000 crores. So the scheme which had been updated in September 2022, so came up in 2021 and in 2022 this scheme has been updated. As a result, which the government funds 50% of project cost across all technology nodes for setting up of semiconductor fabs. So finally we came up with updation of this scheme in September 2022, and out of which 50% of the government funds across all technology development. And if we are talking about India, India is offering incentives of more than $10 billion to encourage semiconductor manufacturing in India. So out of this $8 billion had not been used. So this is status of semiconductors in India. So why we need to focus on this domestic manufacturing of semiconductor? So this area is very important from your mains. So first one is universal use. So semiconductors, they are used in almost all electronic hardware. And the domestic manufacturing, which will help to insulate the supply chain and reduce dependence on the imports. So first one is we can use on this we can use the semiconductors in almost all electronic industries. Okay, so if we are not producing them, then we have to depend on the imports. At present, we are getting these imports from South Korea and as well as China. So next one here is, if you are not producing in our country, then we have to hugely dependent on the imports. So how we are depending on this other countries for fossil fuels or crude oil, so in the same way we have to depend on other countries for the semiconductors as well. So if there is any supply chain disruptions, so we will be affected the most. And next one is, because of this geopolitical tensions like Russia-Ukraine crisis, that had been disrupted global supply chain. Okay, for example, neon. So Ukraine is the topmost supplier of neon, which can be used in this semiconductor industry, which had been affected. And even China is one of the most leading manufacturer of the semiconductors across the world. So because of this ties between US and China, and because of increasing of aggressive expansion of China, so almost of all those things, yes, we had some like bad relations. And even across LAC also we are having the standoff. There is no complete disengagement at this LAC that is seen from last 2 to 3 years onwards. So because of this, we are not having the good ties with China. And even it will also pose security risk. Okay. So these are some important things that you have to remember, that why we need to focus on domestic manufacturing of semiconductors. And next topic is Agartala Akhawra rail link. So this article is also very, very important. So why it is in news? Because recently our Prime Minister and Bangladesh Prime Minister, they inaugurated virtually this Agartala Akhawra rail link. So where it is connecting? It is connecting northeastern India with Bangladesh. So it is very, very important from your prelims. And this rail link consists of 12.24 km of dual gauge rail line, reducing the travel time between Agartala and Kolkata from 31 hours to 10 hours. And this project is also having other advantages. What are they? The first one is, it will improve connectivity, it will boost trade, and it will also strengthen the ties between these two countries. So these are the other advantages of this project. And even this project which supports India's Act East policy. So this project supports India's Act East policy and neighborhood first policy, and it promotes small scale industries and tourism in the region. And this project cost is around rupees 862.58 crores. So there is no need of remembering that figure. So idea of this rail link, which dates back to 1974, and finally after 4 to 5 decades, yes, we came up with this inaugurating of this rail link between India and Bangladesh. So this is very important. And if you are writing any answer regarding India-Bangladesh relations, yes, this topic that you can add as one dimension. Okay, so please let me know what will be the other advantages of this type of infrastructure projects between two countries. So please let me know. In the meanwhile, I will have some water. Done? Yes. Let us see the next topic. Next topic is, why has government issued a directive on deepfakes? So please let me know what is the meaning of deepfakes. So number of times we discussed that. So please let me know what is the meaning of this deepfakes. So if you don't know, so please type 1 in the comment box. If you know, type 2 in the comment box. Okay. So deepfakes. So what are those? Please let me know first. So the Indian government instructed social media intermediaries to remove deep fake videos within 24 hours. Okay. So recently under this IT rules 2021, yes, by using these rules we can remove the deep fake videos, okay, from social media platforms. So deep fakes are created by using this artificial intelligence. So they will nothing but they will manipulate the images, they will manipulate the videos. by using this artificial intelligence. So cyber criminals and scammers, they have increasingly used this deep fakes that lead to the concerns about their potential to replace phishing in the future. So cyber criminals and scammers, they have increasingly used this deep fakes that leading to the concerns about their potential to replace this phishing in the future. So deep fake technology, which involves the use of this generative adversarial networks, that is GANs, to modify or to create images and videos by learning and duplicating the subject's movements and facial expressions. So we can use this GANs to modify the things or to duplicate the things. So this is about this topic. And now I want to announce the course that we are launching in this Rathod's IS on this Monday. So just 2 days to go. That is mains answer writing practice. So admissions are going on. So try to join this if you have belief in me. So if you believe in me, so try to join this course. So it is at most important course. That is to improve your answer writing skills. To improve your answer writing skills. And if you're having fear of writing an answer, or if you do not have the content, so if you have a lot of content but you don't know how to organize the content or how to structure an answer, so if you're facing problem regarding demand of the questions, everything, so you can join this course and I will be mentoring you personally so that you can improve your answer writing skills. So here we are covering entire GS, GS1, GS2, GS3, GS4, and on Sundays you will be having essay or case study. So even we are providing the model answer for each and every question, essay and case study, so that you can download them and you can use for the further use. And even we are focusing on the detailed evaluation of your answer. And especially on Sunday we will be having live session. In that session we are going to have live essay writing practice. So I will be taking one essay and I will explaining you the dimensions and I will giving you some time to jot down the points of that essay. And next one here is, we are also going to provide one-to-one mentorship. So we are going to provide the 52 weeks of schedule. That schedule you can see or you can download in the description section. So in the description you will be having the link of that schedule. So you can download that schedule and you can see like which topics that you are going to see in which week. So that we are going to cover entire GS syllabus within 1 year. Okay, so this is about this course and you can join this course. And the cost of this course here is 8,200 for 1 year. So even you can't pay that amount in one go, you can pay in 2 installments. So try to join this course, is at most important and many students they got benefited from this course. And as well as we are going to have this ethics live online course. So we are going to have this online class on Zoom every day from Monday to Saturday from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. Daily 2 hours of class. So we are going to complete entire ethics theory part along with case studies within 50 hours of live classes, and we are going to cover each and every subtopic, and the special focus will be there on keywords and examples. So I am going to get examples from you itself, right? And next one here is, we are going to have focus on case studies, and the topic that we discussed on that day we are going to have the mains answer writing practice as well. And if you are not attending the live, you can get the recorded class of that session as well. And we are also going to have the doubt clearing and mentorship. So the classes will be taken on Zoom so that you can raise your voice and you can ask your doubts directly to me. Okay, so in that way this course is very helpful. And one more assurance I can give you here is, so if you join this class in your GS paper 4, okay, that is your ethics, aptitude and integrity, which includes like 250 marks. So I can assure you that you are going to get 130 plus marks. So nowhere this assurance will be given, and nowhere you can get this type of course with this low cost. So the cost here is 4,500 rupees only. So try to join this course so that you will be backing 130 marks in your pocket from this ethics course. So try to join this. Okay, so this is very important. And this course is going to be started from 15th November onwards. So try to join this. Okay. So if you have any queries regarding these courses and how to join everything, so you can text me or you can call me directly on this number 8074765513. So you can call me on this number or you can text me on this number on WhatsApp, or even you can text me on Telegram as well. So that's all for today. So these are the important articles that appeared in our today's Hindu. And now I want to show one important thing, that where can you get the notes of this class. So you can get the notes of this class in this channel, Telegram channel, that is Rathod's IAS classes. So join this Telegram channel, link is given in description box, or else you can type this Rathod's IAS classes in the search box in Telegram, then you can join this. And this is our YouTube channel, Rathod's IAS Academy. Please do subscribe to this channel. And this is our website, Rathod's IAS Academy. So for the first time, if you are visiting to our website, you have to click on login, register, and you have to click on do not have account, and you have to register with the giving all these details first, and later on you can click on this mail ID and password. You have to give that, and you have to click on this course list, so that you will be getting the courses that we are offering in Rathod's IAS. So if you want to watch the demo videos, you can click on the play course, so that you can watch 3 demo videos which are free of cost. And here at last we have this mains answer writing course. So if you want to join this course, you can click on buy course here. And even we are providing foundation course for your 2024 and 2025. The cost of this course here is 45,000 rupees for 2 years. So you can join, and if you want to pay the amount in one go, there will be additional 10% of discount, and or else even you can pay in installment as well. So that's all. So by this I'm concluding. If you really like this class, so hit the like button, and don't forget to share this video, and as well as please do subscribe to this Rathod's IAS Academy, and please do join the courses that we are offering. Thank you so much for watching.